Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Obscuriangel PT, and for today what you are going to see is Mass Effect Andromeda running on my desktop, my GT 7850 and my Phenom 2. So this game was developed by BioWare, the same developers behind Dragon Age and the other Mass Effect titles, so great RPGs by the way. And this version, instead of using Unreal Engine, just like it used on the first, second and third title, they are using Frostbite engine. The same engine behind Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, and all the latest games from EA has been using Frostbite engine, which is excellent. So what you are seeing by now is the median settings of the game. I'm going to make some adjustments along the way in the video because I noticed that the game on the high settings is pretty much unplayable because it goes below the 30 FPS. It's not unplayable, but it's not the way that we want to play, you know. We don't want to play lower than 30 FPS, and the median settings provide us the ability to play above the 30s. The problem is there are some drawbacks that are made from the high settings to the median that I really miss. For example, the shader level, it's one of the biggest differences that I noticed, because for example on the median presets it came on low, and if you use the high settings it goes to the high. So the shader level you can only adjust between the median and the high, and that makes really a big difference in some things of the quality. So this is the graphic settings of the game. I'm running at 1080p with the resolution scaling set to 1.0. As you can see, every stuff is equal to the median presets. It's everything on median, so there are not much adjustments. You can choose anti-aliasing from off, FXAA or TAA. I love TAA by the way when it's well implemented, and this game is one of those cases. Shader level is set to low, which is what it comes on the median presets. So I'm going to put it on high settings just to show you some stuff. I'm going to use TAA, and I'm going to use texture filtering on high because it's some tweaks to the median settings that can really make a difference. And keep in mind that I'm recording with AMD Radeon Relief, so that makes by itself a small impact on the FPSs. I forgot to show you the proof that I'm playing at 1080, so as you can see 1080p. Borderless because Relief have been giving me problems to record at full screen. And as you can see, the frame rate is always above the 30s with 32. We can try and see what happens if we use FXAA instead of TAA to see how many FPSs we earn with it. We need to wait a little bit. So pretty much 2 FPSs that TAA consumes. 2 FPSs, 1 FPS and a half. It's not really that demanding, so you can use if you want to. Texture filtering shouldn't be that demanding thing at all, and can make a really big difference on the textures depending on the angles. So it's like half of the frame, sometimes not even that consumes. And shader level, where is it? It's here. Shader level on low.
Those structures we saw in the way.
Okay. Yes, good FPS boost of 4 FPS more than less. So this is actually exactly like the median preset, but the resolution scaling set to 1.0. So that's one of the things that I want to explain. You can choose the presets of the game, but the low preset it's going to put the resolution scaling to 720p, and the median settings it's going to put the resolution scaling to 900p. What I made is to force all of those settings to 1080p because I don't want to play with the resolution scaling to 900p or 720p unless it's strictly necessary. So as you can see, on median settings 1080p with the resolution scaling forcing to 1080p, the game is running fine above the 30s with absolutely no problems at all. Sometimes might drop to higher 30s, but it's mostly 40, so as you can see this area is a little bit more demanding, and it's still on the 40s with a lot of screen space reflections on the floor. So it's doing fine, the CPU is fine, the RAM usage is set to 5 GB, the VRAM is completely fine, is not full. So it's actually everything is fine. So that is why I decided to try and tweak again to those tweaks that I really want to use, which is TAA, texture filtering on eye, and shader level to the eye settings. It's the tweaks that I really want to make. Shader level, one of the things that you miss of being used is at the very beginning when Sarah is on the floor, I guess it's how she's called. When Sarah is on the floor and there is a close-up view to her helmet, if you use the shader level at the eye, you can see the water drops in their helmet or sweat. You can see all of those details on the helmet glass with the shader levels on eye. That's one of the things that you missed by now, because I was using the shader level on medium. So that is why I really want to use the shader level on eye, because there is small details that really makes the graphics much better with just 4 FPS of impact overall, 4 to 5. So that is why I want to make those tweaks, because I believe that even consoles might have this shader level set to high, because I mean it's just 5 FPS to a lot of small details that really make sense to use. So that's all that I want to talk for now about Mass Effect Andromeda performance and graphics with this system, of course. If you want to check the frame rate, check on the description of the video. I have there one option called Median Eye. Median Eye is basically the median settings with these small tweaks. Okay, I just decided to call it Median Eye, but it's more median than eye. Okay. And if you want to hear me talking a little bit more about the performance and the results that I gather without recording, just check the end of the video, or just use the timestamp on the description to go to that sequence. So hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Mind making some room? Thanks. What the hell is that?
Don't know, but it's our job to figure it out.
That sounds like your old man talking.
He was right. Something went wrong here. We have to find out what.
One thing at a time. Ryder, it's Fisher.
Wait, look.
Holy shit. What was first contact protocol again?
No deadly force unless fired upon.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Take it easy. We only get one shot at hello with these guys.
Yeah, and Fisher gets shot in the head if we're wrong.
Nice and easy. We only go hot if we have to.
Don't think they've spotted us yet.
Not shoot it!
He sees us.
We can't understand you! We're not here to fight! That man's with us!
Can you help?
Not shoot it!
Doesn't sound friendly. What's the other guy doing? Shit, they're beating him.
Tolerance!
What? Okay, it's over.
Fisher, you okay? So much for making peace with the locals. Thanks for jumping in.
I wish I didn't have to. The first aliens we meet and we try to kill each other? That wasn't the plan.
Then we need a new one. Yeah, at least we know it's what. The brochures were light on aliens who want to shoot your head off. We still don't even know what they wanted. The way they treated you? Blood samples, I'd say. Lots of them.
Who says we'd even understand? Or they'd understand us? It's a new galaxy. I guess it's too much to expect they'll play by Milky Way rules.
They broke the rules in any galaxy. But why go after us like that? Only thing I know for sure, their guns hit just as hard as ours. Where are the others? Gone. Kirkland and Greer went looking for help.
Come on.
Ah, my leg!
Can you move?
I think it's broken. You guys push ahead and look for the others.
You sure?
Yeah, just find us a ride out of here. And take a few more of them out while you're at it. Whoa! Take a look at these bodies. What are these things?
Well, I don't have Sam here, but I can try to make sense of it. They're DNA-based, and their armor reads as some kind of bone, but the genetics are all over the map.
Ah, I guess life took a different turn here, huh? I hope the other team's okay.
We'll find them, but... we might want to scout around first.
You're the recon specialist. Point the way.
Right.
Looks like you knew how to handle a gun back there.
Spent time with an Alliance peacekeeping force. It's gear from one of our shuttles. Good. The atmospheric sensor's still working.
Let me guess. It says don't breathe the air?
Yeah, but no sign of industrial pollutants. That's not what killed this place. No.
Hear that? Watch it. More of our friends. They're onto us. Here we go.
Take him out!
On it! That was the last one. We're clear.
First species we meet and it's out for blood.
Not if we don't give it to them. Hey, look, flares going up over there.
Could be our people. I'll mark the nav point.
Shit! The hell's that? Damn, watch out! What is this thing?
I think it wants to eat us!
Okay, it's dead.
Whatever it was,
How'd it cloak like?
it's organic. No sign of technology.
Wow, so the cloaking is biological?
Yeah, weird.
Wreckage ahead.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So as you can see, I tested the eye settings. The median eye is it's more of a medium with a couple of tweaks like TAA, texture filtering on eye, and shader quality at high settings, the ones that you saw me playing during the video. So the median settings is the median settings, and the low settings is the low settings, and 900p at eye is I try to reduce the resolution scaling to 900p and try the eye settings and see what happens, and it wasn't really that good at all. Keep in mind that the high, medium and low, usually the presets adjust the resolution scaling, so the medium usually uses 900p and the low uses 720p. I ignored that and put it at 1080p with the resolution scaling to 1.0. So all those testings, with exception of the 900p high, is put it to 1080p with resolution scaling at 1.0, ignoring the suggestions from the presets, okay? So as you can see, pretty much the median and low never dropped from 30 FPS. My median with tweaks just dropped a little bit, nothing special, but if for some reason Mass Effect Andromeda gets more demanding later on the game, we might have to reduce the game to the regular median settings with 1080p and, well, sacrifice the shader and the texture filtering and the TAA that I made on those settings. Anyway, I still recommend you to use these median settings with small adjustments to high, because it's at least the shader level really gives you a great quality regarding many stuff. I still suggest the median high until proof of the contrary that the game is more demanding than this. So median and high settings, the game uses 1.7 to 1.9 of gigabytes of RAM. This is related to the textures. I don't suggest you to use the textures on high because it will stutter sometimes because of the 2 gigabytes of RAM. So I will suggest you to keep the textures on median. But even on high, the stutter doesn't appear too often, but I'm afraid that a little bit later on the future it might stutter a little bit more. RAM usage was around the 5 gigabytes with the textures on median. If you raise the textures, the RAM usage goes to the 6.5 gigabytes of RAM. CPU usage was pretty much equal in all the settings. It was 50 to 80%, and GPU usage was completely maxed out with no bottleneck from the Phenom 2. Okay, so that's all that I want to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. Stay tuned to the channel because this is more or less a pre-release from the Origin Access, which means that when the game is released, I'm going to retest this again and see if there was any improvements at all comparing the pre-release version with the day one version of the game with the day one patch. And I might do a video of the multiplayer when it's released too. Well, the multiplayer is available by now, but I want to test the multiplayer with the final release of the game, okay? So stay tuned for the channel if you want to really see these new videos anyway. So that's all that I want to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Thank you a lot for watching.